what will your Christmas be like? So it's Bean's first Christmas. So what are you planning?
Oh my goodness. Well, he's already pulled the tree down once. And
Aw.
Frank was trying to have a whimsical baby by the tree moment, like showing him the
Aw.
ornaments, and he was like, "Aga!" And he just like took a branch down, and
Aw.
it really he really dismantled the integrity of the tree because now it doesn't quite stand up straight no matter what we do to it. And we even
Tiny
ordered a
Frankie.
new tree stand, sloshed water everywhere. At least the tree just didn't fall into his playpen. That would have been because he would have eaten the needles for sure. And
Timber.
so I don't know. I'm
Timber.
very much pro obviously Santa, but I don't know how I feel about the elf. I feel like the elf is a little stupid, and that's a new thing. They did not have that for us, like millennial Gen X. There's no elf on a shelf. There was no like, oh, you have to move the elf every day. He comes after Thanksgiving and he has to move every day. The elf has to be in different scenarios. Oh, you have to put the elf in the sink and make it look like he's taking a shit. Oh, you have to put the elf with a pile of marshmallows. Oh, the elf tried to turn the oven on. Oh, the elf has a girlfriend.
I
And
don't
they're
know
gonna get
this
married.
tradition. The elf on a
Oh
shelf.
yes,
It's too much.
it's
It's
a
so
thing.
stupid. I don't. Whose idea was that?
Not mine, but we totally participate, and
This
it's
was a
it's just
marketing,
crazy.
I'm sure
a
I'll have to do
marketing
it.
thing.
I'm sure I'll have to do it. But
You will.
it's another thing to do. It's another lie to keep up.
To move the elf on a shelf. We never did it, but I just gather from what you're talking about that the elf on a shelf, you have to move it every day. Like
The elf
it
is
causes
looking at
Yes.
you.
Yes.
The elf is
Yep.
watching you. I don't know, brush your teeth or something. And if you don't floss, he tells Santa. I don't know. The elf is supposed to be
it's Santa's
basically.
spy, I
Santa's,
guess.
yeah, he's gonna narc
Santa's
on you.
private investigator, but tiny. Okay, I get it.
Exactly. And then he
I'd
goes
so
back to the
rather
North
move
Pole.
the little doll elf on a shelf like around Eugene all day than wrap any gift ever. I'd be like, that's perfectly fine. I'm like, I'll put this bitch up here somewhere so that Santa, knows what the kids are up to. I don't know.
I'm gonna be like, the elf got into the wine. He's gonna do all sorts of. I will probably get into it and think of hijinks and make a zip line for it and stuff like that. But
There we
Zip
go.
line like it's in Costa Rica.
yeah,
I did that with Christmas lights 2 years ago.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Here I
This
am,
year,
totally on board now.
our angel, that's the name of our elf is Angel, but it
Aw.
pooped little chocolate
Aw.
chips, and that was about as creative as we got this year.
And then did someone have to eat his poop, or did
Oh,
you?
no, we threw them
No.
away.
Okay.
Yeah, they were contaminated. They were on the toilet.
Oh, that's
Ew.
cute. See, the elf, he got close, but not close enough. They don't toilet train these elves over at the North Pole.
They're
Oh,
a little
that's
messy.
cute. That's cute. All right.
I want an elf now. Now I want one.
I guess I'm just like, first of all, who invented this elf on the shelf thing? How did they pull it off? How did a brand new Christmas tradition form within the last
Right.
15 years? Like when did this
I
start?
think it's way older. Elf on a shelf sounds. First of all, it's a rhyme.
It can't
so-
be. It was not part of the
True.
80s. Okay, so maybe this came
Wasn't.
about
Wasn't in
in
the
your
90s.
childhood, Keanu, in the 90s. I don't know. It was not an 80s thing.
Again, we didn't even wrap Santa gifts, so we didn't do Elf on a Shelf. We got drunk on Christmas Eve, and then we laid out the presents in an aesthetically pleasing way. But we could look it up. Elf on a Shelf.
Yeah, 2005. Elf on a Shelf started. It was a book by
That's
Carol V.
earlier than I
Aebersold.
thought.
So I carry the 12. How many years ago was that?
That's
2005?
way earlier than I thought.
Yeah. That was a little older
I
than
guess I'm a
that.
little annoyed. Like
It's-
who
it's
had the
19
power, the marketing genius to create a literally nationwide, if not worldwide, brand ass new tradition? You know what I mean? Like that's
Sneaky.
That's an amazing thing to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, once they had
Well-
the Facebook mommy groups, it was over. They
I
got
did
us
not
all
plan- I didn't plan to
competing.
I didn't plan to talk about this, but I clearly I have feelings about this. What's the Elf on the Shelf story? Here's the beloved Christmas tradition originated.
This is like how you don't like sneezing because you think it's a waste of time when it takes
because it
seconds.
is a waste of time.
It's
You're
or rose.
I hate sneezing because you're in no control of your body. You just have to throw your hands up and you're at the mercy of whatever your body wants to do during
it just
that
takes
sneeze.
2 seconds. You could just move the
Sometimes
elf.
it doesn't. Sometimes it's 2 sneezes, sometimes it's 3 sneezes, sometimes you go and you just sit there with your face like, and then sometimes you lose a sneeze, and like how long do you have to like wait and
It's
like
very frustrating. Yeah.
wait for it to come back down? I really hate sneezing. So even Santa Claus gets by with a little help from his friends.
Oh.
Although he sees you when you're sleeping and knows when you're awake, Saint Nick relies on some intel from his trusty elves, officially known as Scout Elves, to determine if you've been really bad or good. Small but mighty, these red-suited elves have become a fixture in homes all around the world. How? They arrive in homes in late November or early December and fly back to the North Pole. How, though? Because some people don't have chimneys. Some people never open a friggin' window in their house.
Right.
Some-
Well, how does Santa get down if you don't have a chimney? He
Is it a
unlocks
spying
the
device?
lock. Yeah.
Parents embrace the magic and spend the month arranging their adopted elves in varying setups, some easy, some elaborate. Okay, let's get to the how did this who pulled this off? Children can talk to their special visitors though. Only Scout elves can only listen and they never speak to humans. Only parents are allowed to touch them. What a coincidence. Wow. Isn't that funny how the people who are only parents can touch the elves or they'll lose their magic. Whether you're hosting,
Do you have an elf on a shelf in your home and you're tired of moving it around, Chrissie?
we have elves. They're not on shelves. We have okay. We just finished Elf on a Shelf for my stepson a couple of 2 or 3 years ago, and like the jig was up one year when we forgot to move it, and that planted a seed of doubt. And then we had to come up with an elaborate story as to why the elf didn't move that day. Oh, the elf was hungover. The elf was busy. The elf had bad gas. I don't know.
But that's the fun of it.
I don't know.
So fun.
There's parts of it I like. I just don't like the obligation. You have to do it every day, and if you don't, you have to come up with another lie.
Yeah.
Well,
That is rude.
all of it's a lie.
Right.
Santa's not breaking into anyone's, if that's the case, it's just the part of the season.
Here's the story. Before there were Scout elves, there was Fisbee, a pixie elf that Carol. See, I already hate this story. That Carol Aebersold received when she was a child in 1974. Aebersold told her 3 children that the elf was there to keep an eye on them in the days leading up to Christmas. You know who this makes sense for? Like when both parents work and you have latchkey kids who let themselves in, and it's like, the elf's your babysitter. The elf's watching you. So if you act up, guess what? We're gonna hear about it. Decades later, Carol and Chanda turned this charming family tradition into the book Elf on a Shelf, a Christmas tradition, which was illustrated by Co Steinwart with the support of their family, in particular Krista and her marketing expert. Okay, so it's all Krista. She had marketing expertise. The book accompanying the Elf debuted at a book signing in Marietta, Georgia in 2005. Wow. That thing really took off.
mean, moving an elf around every day and coming up with a story as to where it is seems a lot, easier than building a gingerbread house.
Yeah.
That sounds like a
Yeah.
nightmare to me.
In what is likely one of the most successful self-publishing stories of all time, with more than 17.5 million Scout elves have been adopted around the world since their debut. Wow, they're probably millionaires now. The Elf on the Shelf is the heart of the Lumistella Company, with Carol's daughters, Chanda Bell and Krista Pitts at the helm. And the book, okay.
What a
then
name, Krista Pitt.
Krista Pitts. Okay, they fly away.
Oh,
They're like little
rules.
Stasi agents.
Yeah, they are. They, you know what? I'm gonna have Elf on a Shelf, except they're gonna be they're gonna have little different uniforms. Sure, maybe all funny.
Yeah. I'm gonna put the elf on a drone next year and fly it around.
There you go.
Little brown shirts. Children shouldn't touch the scout elves or they'll lose the magic. Scout elves listen well, but they never speak to humans. Scout elves are always nice, often clever and humorous, but they're never cruel or naughty. Right. So the elf is never going to lock the dog outside in the snow. Okay. It's never going to microwave your cat.
Jesus.
After reporting back to Santa at the North Pole each night, Scout elves are found the next morning in a new spot. Scout elves are adopted, not bought. Oh, look. And there
I have the biggest problem to me is that all of the elves are white.
This one's kind of ethnic. Look.
Yeah, he's questionable.
Slightly brown elf.
You know, Keanu, if they had a black elf, but black elves were seen taking gifts from the house. So they had to fly them back to the North Pole.
They're not blonde elves, though. None of those elves are blonde. So that's discrimination right there too.
And that doesn't make sense either, because if they're from the North Pole, they're all Nordic. They're up there by Finland, Norway, Sweden. Yeah.
Also, all of these elves men?
No, they have girls and boys.
They do.
See, look, there's a little bit of lipstick on this one.
Oh my gosh.
Fuck these elves.
They have girls. I know they're a little creepy. It's the Christmas spirit. Wow. I mean, what a amazing story of entrepreneurship. I'm going to create a timeless Christmas tradition
that people will be annoyed that they have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
2005. It hasn't even been around for 20 years yet. Wow. I don't know.
Is that when the movie Elf came out by any chance?
Maybe. Marketing.
Don't know.
When did Elf?
Will Ferrell create
intentional?
Yeah.
Oh, Elf 2003.
Okay.
Inspired by it, maybe.
I thought Elf on a Shelf was forever. And we never did it, but I've always heard it. You know, rhymes stick in people's heads. So
it's true. Yeah, you're right. Love you guys. Thank you for the chats. Thank you for the comments. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Bye. All right. Love you guys. God, I don't even want to leave. This candle smells so good. I don't want to leave. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye. Love you all. Join the Discord. Feet. Love you all. Wow. You guys are awesome. Come and get it. Bye, guys. Bye. Now I'm really leaving. Love you. Bye.